Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back over on the test account. The new patch is up, so we have a lot to look at in here, including the new hero. Now, we did a video a little bit earlier when it comes to the new Celestial hero. I feel like as a mage, as a buffer, she's going to be really big. She's doing a damage increase. She is also doing an energy regeneration as well as a damage buffer. Really, as a mage, it is more of a support role as a buffer, working incredibly well. Overall, I don't like the design. Kind of silly, almost looks like a Thanksgiving hero, I guess. I don't know another way to put it, but very interesting overall. Now, we also did get a lot of refreshes when it comes to the store, so I'm going to run through here. So looking at the store, this one stays basic. Now, when you look at what you need to buy in here, it is really focusing on and building out the time emblems. Now, when it comes to the time emblems, these, of course, are going to be the number one priority if you want to build out the Awakened heroes. This is really the only way to get them and the only way to get them in bulk. So definitely picking up these time emblems on a everyday basis. Now, the other way that I do it is when you look at baits, when you look at cores, when you look at arcane staffs, they are also in here pretty expensive. But if you're focusing on one thing specific, you can actually build them up a lot faster at the cost of diamonds. So you have to be careful because without diamonds, of course, you're not going to be adding more stars onto those awakened heroes or have the celestials and the hypos heroes that you need. So overall, I pick them up in here, but I know a lot of players don't. When it comes to gold, definitely want to pick up your essence, your poke coins, your emblems, until the point of you not needing any emblems. Looking at the Dream Store, this is where we made some adjustments. So they did put Kanisa and Rook in here, and they put Vithiel. Honestly, out of those two, they're not being used a lot. They're not in the meta anymore, which kind of stinks that they didn't put any of the meta heroes. But overall, looking at them, both of them are a good buy. For instance, Kanisa and Rook does incredibly well within the Infernal Fortress. So in the Hypo Tower, and the same with Vithiel in the Celestial Tower, does very, very well in there respectively. And also looking at these heroes is you have the ability to get them for free, which is good, filling out that slot. But when you think of Vithiel and a buffer, really good. When you think of energy disintegration, crowd control, Kanisa and Rook, both of them are good. The other two or the other four, honestly, not really worth it. But with that being said, the priority for me out of here and for most players is getting the time emblems, the Stargazer scrolls, and then the insignias and the regular Draconic scrolls are really the big ones to get out of here. And unfortunately, if you do buy those four, so if you get all four of those purchases, you're not going to have the ability to get any of the Celestial or Hypo heroes, which again, not a huge priority for them because they are no longer in the meta formations. Could change with future releases, could change with other heroes, but overall, those would be my four priorities. Now, the guild store, just what we thought came true, and it did. They added insignias in here. You can see 33% off. That is a stupid high price for Draconic insignias. I mean, 120,000, you're talking, 50% higher than our time emblems. And of course, with this, I don't think, looking at everything, that they're going to be giving us more guild coins out of the current content. So I don't know where the extra income for guild coins are going to come from, especially if we're doing dimensional heroes in the future, saving up your coins in here, which means you're not going to be able to get anything. Now, of course, Hildwyn, if you've been playing for a little bit, Hildwyn they gave us for free. That is a highborn Draconic hero, making a lot of meta teams with both Hildwyn and Eugene. Both of them are being used in quite a few places, but you also do have, again, you have the insignias and you do have the time emblems out of here, which means that you can forego and not get anything else. When it comes to dimensional gear is going to be very hard to get. Even looking at the sheer cost, is you're going to be foregoing a lot of the resources in here unless they do something to give us some additional guild coins in here, which I feel that they really need to do. Barracks, this is a place where I feel that they needed to update a lot. Unfortunately, it didn't get touched, but the Labyrinth store does see a couple new heroes. Or no, I think these are the same old heroes, but we did also pick up right here Legendary Bizarre Totems, but they are 60,000 coins, which again, they're not giving us more Labyrinth tokens out of anything, which does kind of stink because if you're looking to get your emblems of space, or if you're building out, some of the mats for the engraving or getting red chests to get to plus 40 signature items, they are not giving us anything else additional to go in here and build out, which again kind of stinks because it is going to be very expensive. And the Challenger store, this is another place, unfortunately, they did not touch this time around. Now, looking at some of the other places, the Noble Tavern, we do have Dolly, and you can see they did kind of a refresh. The words up here are off, so you can see that they're out of sync, or they're supposed to be probably in the middle of the chat bubble, I'm assuming. But looking at this, wait until you see what is coming. And this, again, kind of speculation when it comes to the hero. If you want to set foot on Dragon Isle, you'll have to get through him first. Could be another Draconic hero is what a lot of players are saying, just looking at the dialogue right here. So if he's kind of a bigger, maybe a tank, maybe a guardian for the Dragon Isles, might be another, again, Draconic hero. And I mean, it hasn't been long since we've seen Lan. So even coming through here and looking at the other heroes, I'm hoping it is going to be a basic hero, just for the simple fact that will be our 5th basic hero. If they do another highborn hero, it's going to be kind of stupid because we don't have the ability to get the insignias. And of course, you can see they kind of streamlined, even looking at the Draconic Isles right here, they streamlined the look of all of this for Autumn. I know it went in the Autumn effect, but it looks way better than it used to, and how they kind of changed it. The Oak Inn got a little bit of a change here. I know they talked about how everything is going to be placed, how some of these work with the storeroom, and you can see, guys, we have a ton of stuff in here, but how it works with like the placement of furniture, things of that nature, which again, visually, pretty cool to see. You can go ahead and auto place whatever you have in there, but overall, for the visual aspects of it, I'm not really too concerned about it. I don't think there was anything else that changed as far as the functionality with it, other than just kind of the management or the tools that we do have to build it out in its entirety. And like I was saying earlier, even when it comes to, you know, maxing out the heroes that we currently have, the guild hunt is not going to yield us any more coins, and they've still forgotten about Riz and Soren in their entirety, not seeing them used anywhere. Now, we know there are also a lot of events that are coming up right now. With Knight's Path is up, Mythic Star Zone is coming up, the Heroes of Espria is still here, Autumnal Times, we just actually collected this morning, but we're also getting the Dunes of Darkness. So this is the second part that they have of the epic voyages. This continues the epic, legendary epic voyages. You can see right here, Tempest and Twisters was the first one. Dark Starfall is the second one that started with the Blade Hunt. And then, of course, this is the awakened version of Sophia for the next piece of this, which again is going to be pretty cool. And I think the Nightmare Corridor might have a new boss as well. I don't think the new boss will be up at this point, but we know there is some more coming. Very cool looking. I love the giant hand gauntlet in the shield. That's pretty cool looking. That is very, very cool looking when it comes to the heroes. And I'm not sure what is going to be. There's the new one that is going to be arriving, the Bloodvine Wrath, which I don't think we have seen yet, but going through the iteration. But look at all the bosses, guys. There are so many cool bosses in here that could be turned into and really just repurposed as a guild boss, kind of what we've seen with AFK Companions. Could be an absolute game changer when it comes to building it out. So guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the changes to the shop. And as always, thank you guys for watching.